Hi, this is Robert Jean here in Oklahoma. Question number 3. Let's see. Hello, Robert, or how did I say hello, Robert? Say hello, Faster EFT staff, or Robert Jean. You know, I've discovered your videos on YouTube, and I like what you have to say, but I need help and clarity on what you're doing. I've read a book called The Tapping Solution, and what you say and what it says are different. What you say makes sense, but why no setup phrase? And why do you not tap on all the points, which I like very much, and you do not talk about energy? Oh, that's interesting. All right, this is what separates me from the EFT group. You know, I was trained EFT. I'm an EFT master through Sylvia Hartman. I've been doing EFT. Started the EFT in 1999. Before EFT, I started with NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which is a structure of how the mind operates. And the biggest difference between EFT and Faster EFT there's some major points. First of all, there's 2 presumed truths. One presumed truth that EFT has, the cause of all problems, is a disruption in your energy system. Basically, the mindset is that you have a blocked energy in your body, and that's why you have a problem. Well, if you know anything about energy, energy cannot be blocked. The difference that I have that makes the difference is that the cause of all problems starts at birth, and the reason why you have problems today is because you've had experiences. Your mind will capture these experiences, your mind will record it, and then your mind will reuse those experiences today, and it will create what we call problems. But by the way, they were created from unpleasant experiences, emotional conditionings, interaction with parents, teachers, boyfriends, girlfriends that are not so pleasant, and it goes into our unconscious. Or we have a part of our mind called the amygdala, and the hippocampus. It brings all this information, it puts it in the brain. Then all of a sudden, when you're driving down the street, you hear a song on the radio and a memory pops in, or a look on the face, or a situation, you start to feel bad. Now, this is what I call a trance. The amygdala is basically a hypnotist. It makes you feel something, it makes you act weird, and you don't even know why. And so what you want to do is figure out how to change that why. There's 2 differences. One, blocked energy, disruption in your energy, and mine is saying that it's unconscious programming from your past, and when you feel bad, it's a trance, it's programming. That's one reason. So that's why I don't use energy. Now, energy is a normalization. If you don't know what a normalization is, a normalization represents a process, such as insomnia is a process. You can't show it to me, you can't give it to me, you can't even draw a picture of it. Energy is one of those things. It represents something going on inside the mind. To understand what is energy really, energy is a physical reaction, it's an attitude, it's a behavior, it's a belief system. And that's one piece of it. Now, these are built from experiences and internal representations. That means how the brain works. The brain will bring in information from its experiences, and it'll encode it in your mind. This is what the amygdala does. It'll encode it, program it, organize it, and replicate it, and make you do it without even you thinking. So it's all sitting back there. All of a sudden, boom, you start to feel and act. Then the major key that we do is understanding how to change the real cause. And the real cause is internal representation, how your brain does it. And your brain has, visual, kinesthetics, auditory, taste and smell, and sounds. So when you address memory and you start rewriting these pieces, then this is the cause. So energy is a normalization. If you change internal representation, which is memory, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, how you do it inside, everything will clear up. Your auras will line up, your chakras will line up, you have a beautiful aura, your energy will be good because your attitude, your actions, behaviors are all different. That's why I don't use the word energy. Another reason why I don't use the word energy is because it's weird. If you see the energy people out there, there is some really strange energy stuff, and I avoid this word because, again, there's a lot of weirdness involved with it. I use stress and emotions, internal representations, emotional intelligence, direct mindfulness, and learning how to take control. So that's why I avoid the energy word. That's another thing that you ask here. Why don't you use a setup statement? Well, here's the deal with the setup statement. I started with EFT, and of course I started with original EFT. You know, even though I have this, I love and accept myself, even though I said it 3 times, this problem, 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 this problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the original EFT course. The setup statement, the system is designed as an auditory directing statement from the practitioner. One of the things I did is I cut out the setup statement, and the reason is that we aim directly at how you know personally. That means you have a problem. How do you know? Notice inside your mind, how do you know? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? You notice it, you got it. Now the deal is, I'm working on you. I don't know what's inside you, but I ask you to know what's inside you. No guessing here. I ask you, how do you know? Notice it, and then we tap. It saves a lot of time. You'll notice a difference in a FasterEFT trained person. What I did is we started tapping this way. Easy, clean, deep breath, and peace. Of course, you'll notice that when FasterEFT taps, we don't start here. We aim directly, let it go, safe let it go, just let it go, and peace. Now, when you do this peace here, now I created this peace anchor because when you're stressed out, you're not breathing. Deep breath and peace, it creates a relaxed state, which is another part of the magic in what we're doing. Because again, when you're in your hippocampus and your amygdala shoots in the trance, you're feeling anxious and want to fight, whatever it is, or emotional, let it go. We have you come out of the emotion, focus on your fingertips, not what's going on inside your mind, which defractionates, and then you tap. It'll help dissipate it because we're dealing with the unconscious information. We're not dealing with conscious information, and we're working with its system. So that's the major differences. Another major difference in EFT than FasterEFT or eutaptics is that the aiming is one. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're very successful at creating your problems. Let's figure out how you do it, and let's change that. We have a beginning, a middle, and end. We know when you're done with a problem when you re-imprint the memory. The memory could be visual, could be auditory, kinesthetic. When you re-imprint the memory, you're free, and then we check it and make sure you can't bring it back. So it's a very thorough and complete system. So what I brought into it is the art of change is a structure. Secondly, you don't need to say even though. Third, we got rid of the idea that it's blocked energy and no psychological reversal. And it's mechanics, mental mechanics. What are you doing inside your mind? Understanding the structure of what you're doing and how to re-imprint it. Re-imprinting is the key. If you can't change your mind, you don't change the problem. So you got to change the memory. And by the way, with this understanding what memories are not real and they're not true today. Yes, it happened, but what you're holding in your mind is not the real event. It's your recording of it. And your recording of it is what affects you in a negative or positive way. So you change it into positive, it doesn't change what originally happened, it only changes what you do to yourself, within yourself, and to yourself in the future. Major difference in thinking. EFT works. EFT was the best thing ever found, next to NLP understandings. But taking the magic and mixing them together and creating a good belief system and structure makes the changes bigger and faster. Now, although I'm talking about FasterEFT, eutaptics, the EFT people are holding their little EFT baby, and this is a belief system. It's energy, blocked energy. I say it's not blocked energy. And so there's a little difference, and that's just, you look at what we do, compare the work, test it, you're going to see it's faster, it's easier, it's cleaner, it makes sense, and you can teach it to children very easily, and you can take it to churches and you can take it to schools because it has a neutral belief system. Because when you talk about energy, some of those people are going to go on, oh, you're one of those who dances under the moon without a bra and feathers in your hair. We don't do that. Oh, if we do it in secret. Anyway, so that's why I don't use energy. That's why, let's see if I got everything in here. The clarity of what you're doing, read a book. Hey, you know, Nick Ortner's doing a great job getting EFT out there. The nice thing is if we can upgrade the thinking system. Now you can kind of see that, you know, a lot of the guys have been watching some of my material, and some of them are putting in the deep breath and peace at the end, or they're doing direct aim, and they're doing a lot of different things. I've been doing this for 18 years, let's see, 2000, almost 19 years. It'll be 19 years this April when I've been doing EFT. And before that, I was doing NLP from 92, 93. So the system and what I have created over all these years is very effective, very clean, logical, makes sense, and easily replicated with all walks of people. So the good thing about what I do is also, you know, back when I was doing EFT and I have them try to take EFT and tap, even though I have this problem and you're going to have to figure out how to do all this, it's too complex. And the simplicity that says, notice it, feel it, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Whew. That means now 85% of the people will actually take it home with them. Before I maybe get 10% using the, even though I have this problem. It just wasn't very user friendly. So those are major differences. Now, of course, there's some of the EFT people, they don't like that I teach what I teach because it does affect them, because people like simplicity, and this is the evolution of EFT. So, you know, just try it out and see if it works for you. And so this is Robert here in Oklahoma. Peace.